Hello and welcome to another RadioTimes.com Strictly Chat. I'm Sarah Doran.
I'm Ellie Harrison.
And today we're taking a look back at everything that happened in the ballroom in week 1 and having a look ahead to what the celebs will be dancing to in week 2. So to kick things off, week 1, we had our first weekend in the ballroom. Strictly was finally live.
Oh my god! The
2
glitz of the
hours
glamour.
and 20 minutes.
Yes.
I'll be honest, by the end, I think one cheek was numb and I really needed the loo.
Yeah, I remember you tweeting saying, please, like, this is why you kind of need ad breaks for your own sanity.
Just one.
But it's going to take a while for it to get shorter.
It really will.
And it only ever goes down to an hour and a half, I think. So get ready to commit all your Saturday nights.
There were some fabulous moments, and we've just picked out, we're not going to go through the whole show because we don't have 2 hours and 20 minutes to talk about it. Just who our favourite couples were over the weekend. So Ellie, who were you particularly impressed by?
I was really impressed and pleasantly surprised by Charles Venn and Karen Clifton. They were so great together. They both look brilliant, like they're just a pleasure to look at. And yeah, all in red, exactly that suit that he had. He should just wear that all the time. And also, yeah, I think we saw a little bit from their training videos. Charles has like a lot of kind of hip movement going on, and in one of the training videos Karen was saying to him, okay, like, you're not Beyonce, like, you can just, like, you can calm down, like, the sass a little bit. But yeah, I just thought they were great together. I was surprised because I wasn't really expecting that from him. And yeah, I think I'm not alone. Well, Shirley anyway was like, I know. She was a
little bit critical of Karen's choreography. She was like, there's too much disco. There wasn't enough cha-cha. I'm not going to try and do impressions of Shirley. Doing impressions of judges never ends well.
Oh, God. No, yeah, I think she's just a traditionalist, isn't she? Because she also had problems with, like, Sean Walsh's hair, which was awkward. So I think, yeah, she's really looking for the specific dance moves, whereas Darcy's a bit more off. It's entertaining, then I kind of can go along with it a bit more.
I think Bruno was absolutely loving it as well.
Oh, he was, but also almost hitting Shirley in the face the whole time. They need to swap chairs or something. But
Craig was impressed with Charles as well, so...
Yeah, even Craig.
He had like 3 out of 4 on side, essentially. And he surely wasn't that critical.
And us at home. Yeah. So who were you impressed by?
Okay, for me, this was one I was not expecting to be impressed by. I always think of myself a little like Craig Revel-Horwood. A bit of a cynic at heart. Craig, I can predict Craig's scores now. It's really upsetting. I know what he's going to score somebody based on his criticisms and what I've watched.
That's amazing.
It's just watching too much Strictly.
Yeah, that's quite creepy. That is creepy.
So I absolutely loved Joe Sugg and Diane.
Yeah.
Jive to take on me, and the Jive is honestly my favourite dance to watch on Strictly.
Oh, really?
There's not one dance on there that I love more than the Jive, and it's just the energy, it's the kicks, it's the flicks, and he had it the whole way.
He's so nimble. His energy, that's what the judges were saying, weren't they? He's just up. He didn't seem to tire at all or drag.
I found like all the gags they kind of set up around Joe, you know, like, oh, emojis, and oh, look, he's on a YouTube
that
video.
was so naff.
I was like, he didn't actually need that. We get it, he's on YouTube. Look, okay, maybe not all audiences are as YouTube savvy as we are. We're sitting talking to you on YouTube, so that automatically puts us in a position where we're going to know who Joe Sugg is. But I just felt it took away from the fact that boy can dance.
And it felt a bit like, exactly. It was like spoon feeding the audience, like, by the way, this is a guy that is a YouTube and this is what it is. But yeah, it did take away from the dance. But actually, it was kind of only in the intro and then he got out there and it was fine.
Although they did have his sister Zoe, aka Zoella, and her boyfriend Alfie, aka Pointless Blog, kind of just sitting in the front row for quite a while. And when Tess went to do the next link, they still had them in camera, so, you know, Strictly knows they're getting their money's worth. This particular audience.
YouTube famous family.
But it's really great. We do have an interview with Joe and Diane on the YouTube channel here as well. We'll leave a link in the box below, but that's gone down so well with our viewers too. So he's a real dark horse, I think.
He is a dark horse, and also just Diane is great.
She's so fun.
She's a really fun pro. Yeah, she's got like a great personality. Obviously, like that mad red hair. She's really fun to watch. And I think together, like they're kind of fizzing with energy.
And they were on It Takes Two with Zoe Ball, and Diane was saying she watched Joe from day one in the training room to what he went out and did that night, and she cried. She got really emotional.
Oh, already like
really,
proud mother.
Really loved them. A third couple we want to mention are Faye and Giovanni, because this was honestly one of the dances of the night, the closing of the show, and she just had so much confidence. And
she's just such a natural.
And they worked in the tragedy move. It was just like,
I missed that.
Yeah, if you they're like they're cha-cha-chaing and then it comes like this, they're just like.
Our news editor will be happy about that.
So they're working in. They said that Giovanni's kind of working in bits of steps choreography.
That's great.
I mean, I can't wait personally for last thing on my mind. Like, it's just all this and
Oh yeah, or 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm now just doing steps, dance moves on camera when we should be talking about Strictly. Speaking of dances, we do have the song and dance list for week 2, which again is quite long. So we're going to read it off the page.
Yes.
Because we would not get through all of these. And we'll go through them a lot snappier than we did last week because we kept you here for about the length of an episode of It Takes Two last week. We'll kick off with Ashley and Pasha, who were joint top of the leaderboard last week, I think.
Yes, they were. Yeah, so they had it was the waltz, no?
Yeah, it was a waltz.
Yeah.
So really beautiful waltz last week. This week it's a Cha-Cha-Cha to Boogie Wonderland by Earth, Wind and Fire.
I mean, you can never go wrong with Earth, Wind and Fire, a bit of Motown, why not?
Charles and Karen, your favourites from this week, will be dancing the quick step to Sir Duke by Stevie Wonder. So doing a bit of ballroom this time.
Yes.
Latin last week, ballroom this week. Will Charles be the dapper man in the...
I think he could pull off Stevie Wonder very well.
Danny John-Jules and Amy Dowden, who opened the show last week with a beautiful little foxtrot to Top Cat.
Yeah, they opened it really well. And I think also the judges were surprised. They were like, wow, go on, Danny.
Really nimble.
Yeah.
They're doing a Cha-Cha-Cha to Beggin'.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's going to be really cool.
I haven't heard that song in a while.
Our faves, Faye and Giovanni, doing a Viennese waltz to It's a Man's World by Seal. Never go wrong with a bit of Seal.
No, you can't.
Can't wait for a Kiss from the Rose dance
at some
point. Okay, one I want to talk about a little bit more detail. Graham and Oti are dancing the American Smooth to Try a Little Tenderness by Otis Redding. Now, I loved their samba last week.
Oh, yeah, I just love Oti. Also, I just think the height difference between them, they're quite kind of funny to watch because of that.
Days.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm so jealous. I'm quite short. You won't know. Ellie's much taller than me. You've got beautiful long legs as well, Ellie. That's a weird thing to say to you on camera, but she does.
You can't see them, but
platonic, friendly way.
I pop my stool down when me and Sarah start a video so that we can be on.
But she's just amazing. Her energy,
yeah, she's got a slammer.
Their energy together. And he did the first floss of the series.
Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about that. God, Fortnite's getting everywhere.
It was at 7:56 p.m. because I tweeted about it and I said, who had it in the pool? But yeah, really popular.
He's pretty good at it for a grown-up. I find kids are really good at flossing, but like adults find it harder, but he nailed it. And weren't you saying that he's meant to be good at ballroom?
Yeah, so apparently Graham is super in the ballroom. Oti told us this in the interview they did with Radio Times. So I'm really keen to keep an eye out for this one, because could this be where he really shows, you know?
Starts to shine.
Joe Sugg and Diane Buswell, we already said, some of our favourites. They're keeping up with the the high-speed routines.
High-paced.
They're doing a Charleston. Straight away.
Wow.
Which I'm a bit like, oh, okay. I would have liked to see Joe do something slow this week, actually, because he's done the jive last week.
Yeah, well, he's going to be knackered by the end of it.
But I guess if he's got the energy and he's shown he's got the skills, they're dancing to Cotton Eye Joe.
That's going to be a laugh.
Which will be hilarious. Joe was a Thatcher before he became a YouTube star, and I think his original YouTube name was Thatcher Joe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they're paying homage to his pre-YouTube days.
Yeah, I see the motif there.
This one. Okay, Kate Silverton and Aliash Skorianic, I keep pronouncing that wrong, even though I love Aliash, are doing a tango to No Roots by Alice Merton. Now, Kate told us she's very excited about doing a sexy tango. Oh,
really? Is it a sexy song, I wonder? Because I don't know that song.
I don't know that song either. She was so much fun, though.
And she is really kind of sexy, kind of like Minx-like, isn't she? She had that sort of cat.
The glasses on and she's...
Yeah, I really like her, actually. She's kind of just personality-wise, she's one of my favourite contestants. I just feel like...
She's just great.
Yeah, she just seems really down to earth.
Really
she kind of reminds me of my mum a bit, which is quite nice.
Now, Katie Piper had a bit of a rocky first week. She forgot some of her moves on the waltz, but she was so nervous. And all of the judges said she had so much promise. And I think that's true. And
I think it really, like, even their comments and stuff, it all kind of was hitting home, like, quite personally. I think this means so much to her. And, yeah, she needs, like, a bit of a boost of confidence, which is ideal because her next song is called Confident.
Yes. So Gorka, the Spanish king of the Paso Doble, as he called himself when we asked him about the Paso Doble a few weeks ago. They're doing a Paso Doble. Now, Alexandra Burke did a Paso Doble quite early on last year.
I remember that.
And absolutely rocked it. I really hope this will be the dance to help Katie come out of her shell.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel like Gorka is the right professional dancer for her to be with. He's so kind of caring and he's a fab dancer, so I think together that should look great. He's just so
much fun. I love when he speaks. He's just great. We were super impressed this weekend with Lauren Steadman.
Yes. She was after, 2 days of training because she was away in Australia winning a gold medal for England in the World Championships. And then, yeah, she came, I mean, AJ was saying in our interview, wasn't he, that she'd been like training in the airport doing like slide steps.
Step together.
Yeah, that's the one. So she really pulled it out of the bag within only 2 days training. What can she do with more time?
She's dancing at Charleston, so watch out, Joe, because this girl could show you up this time. And she's dancing it to new rules, but it's not the Dua Lipa version. I think it's a remix by Scott Bradley's postmodern jukebox. So unless it's not actually Dua Lipa, but I kind of feel like it is Dua Lipa remixed.
Yeah.
Could be wrong. We'll have to watch on the night and find out. Lee Ryan, who very nearly slipped on a star during his waltz with Nadia, but recovered. They're doing a jive to Blue Suede Shoes by Elvis Presley.
A classic.
Joe has set the bar on the jive, I think we can say. I'm loving how they got blue into this. Blue suede shoes.
Do you think that's deliberate?
Or
just for your benefit only?
Is it for my benefit?
Yeah.
Just strictly do everything for me?
I think you're just selective reading here.
I think the world just revolves around me.
Yeah, props.
Then we've got Dr. Ranj, who I think surprised a lot of people.
Yeah, Dr. Ranj, where did that come from? He was like definitely one of the most popular of the night.
We were talking about being, the summer of Dr. Alex, at least for a while, on Love Island. Could it be the winter of Dr. Ranj?
All about the TV medics.
He's teaming up with Jeanette this weekend to dance a salsa to Fireball by Pitbull and John Ryan.
Wow.
So
that'll be quite
I'm
something.
Expecting a lot of moves for this one. Okay, Sean Walsh. Ellie, you mentioned he didn't have the best weekend.
No, so yeah, the judges gave him a pretty hard time about his hair and for kind of manhandling Katya because he was sort of chucking her around a little bit. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was unintentional. They went in quite hard on him.
An illegal lift, as Shirley called it.
Oh, is that what she said?
And then he said, more of a chuck.
A chuck? I don't want to be chucked by a big hairy comedian. What are they doing next week?
So they are doing a jive to I'm Still Standing by Elton John. Now, excuse me, Strictly. I'm sorry, Ellie. I'm going to go full-blown Strictly maniac on you right here.
Do it.
I have a bone to pick with you. Jill Halfpenny did the ultimate jive to I'm Still Standing. She got a 40. It was amazing. How is he supposed to live up to Jill and Darren? How can we try and recreate that moment? It's like getting someone else to do Gangnam Style now, and will they ever be Ed Balls? Okay,
when you put it like that.
This is a sacred jive.
God.
But I'm sure they'll have fun.
Big shoes to fill. They'll have fun. I mean, I wonder if he's probably completely unaware of that. So as long as no one tells him, he'll just be doing it pressure-free.
I have a feeling, though, this will probably come up in his VT because Strictly will love the opportunity to use a bit of Jill and Darren.
Yeah.
I really want to do that jive.
Well, maybe he's been on the blower to Jill and she's been giving him some tips.
Maybe Jill can come in and teach him how to do this.
Yeah,
that would be amazing.
Please. Well,
although Katya's an amazing dancer, I don't think Katya needs any help to teach Sean.
No, that's true. And yeah, she's very patient with him. I would love to be a fly on the wall during their training.
Next up, Stacey Dooley and Kevin Clifton, who I thought were just so joyous.
They were. They just love dancing with each other. They love each other so much.
So much fun. They are dancing a cha-cha-cha to Came Here for Love by, and I always pronounce this wrong, is it Sigala and Ella Air?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's a great song. Really kind of summer hit kind of song. It's, I came here for love. I can't sing. This isn't X Factor, okay? This is strictly chat. But you're trying not to laugh at my voice. I apologise. Public service apology from the Radio Times. But I think this will be really fun. Stacey doing a cha-cha-cha. My other half is living for the day on the VT when Stacey's like, I had to go to a war zone and I've decided to bring Kevin.
Oh, God.
And we'll do our dance practice.
No, that's a spin-off no one wants to see.
No. Susanna Constantine and Anton de Beck.
Right.
Right, okay.
So I'm really hoping that I can see what Anton's trying to do with making her a joke act, coming out the bottom of her dress and then his frilly trousers in the first week. But I think everyone deserves a chance to try and be an actual dancer, and then if that's not happening, turn them into joke acts, and it's great, and they can own it. That's what the judges were saying, weren't they?
That was the joy of Ed Balls, was that he was genuinely trying.
He was genuinely trying,
and Katya was genuinely trying with him. Even Gangnam Style, there were some moves in there.
Oh yeah, and it's
geared up to be. You know. So this weekend they're doing a foxtrot to "They Can't Take That Away From Me" by Frank Sinatra, and I think this could be Susanna's chance to, as Shirley said, show the little dancer inside.
Yeah, show that she actually has got some moves and be taken a bit more seriously. Yeah, go on, Susanna.
Go on. You know you can do it.
Yeah, because this is the first week where votes well, votes will be open. So,
finally, last but not least, Vic Hope and Graziella De Prima didn't have the start everybody kind of expected them to. No,
I mean, I think we're in agreement that I thought her dance was pretty good, but the judges weren't really impressed. So I thought her outfit was great. And I mean, actually, she's really excited about being on Strictly because of Faye Tozer, partly, because she just like loves steps.
I love her joy.
Yeah, me too. And she took the criticism really well. But yeah, she's kind of down there, close to Katie Piper, sort of bottom of the leaderboard at the moment.
Quite near the bottom. And like the thing is, I do kind of agree with the judges. She needed a bit more energy in her legs, but it's hard to do the jive when you're long-limbed as well because you've got a lot going on, a lot to control. This weekend, they're doing a waltz to Somewhere from West Side Story. So this has the potential to be really, really beautiful.
Bit of romance.
It would be quite nice to see them do well this weekend.
It would. I'm a fan of those two and both of their gorgeous hair.
Because as Ellie mentioned there, this is the weekend when it all starts to count. So the judges' scores from last weekend will be combined with judges' scores from this weekend. And then you will have the chance to vote for your favourites as well. So we'll end up in a situation where I think it's 50% viewer vote, 50% judges vote. And the first...
Accumulated from the 2 weeks, got you.
And the first two couples will face the dreaded dance-off. So, we're going to get honest about who we think those
Who's
couples
in danger
could be. Ellie, who's your first pick to be in danger?
I think, unfortunately, because of the joke act last week, Susanna.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. I think the bookies have her as the favourite to go out first.
Yeah, which also, because it's obviously all live, that will be knocking her confidence as well if she's reading that.
I'm wondering, though, if the Anton vote could save her. People do love Anton Dubek.
That's true. And they are entertaining. Like, their kind of banter, like, back and forth with each other is good. Yeah, maybe they'll keep them in for that. That's true. It's true. But they need the judges' scores to be higher to... Otherwise, it's just, I don't know how many votes would be able to save them.
I'm a little worried for Vic and Graziano, actually. Vic was a real dark horse coming into the competition. The bookies were all tipping her as suddenly one of the favourites. And then that jive didn't happen. And the reason I'm worried is not because I don't think she has the potential. She herself admits she's not as widely known as the rest.
Yeah.
So, say Joe Sugg came in with more of an internet fan base than an everyday fan base. Because you remember, like, people online aren't necessarily going to pick up a phone and vote. But he's done a good enough jive that even if he didn't get a huge public vote, he's still got a nice high proportion of the judges' vote that would keep him clear.
And the thing is with Vic Hope, she's on radio, so you don't really know like what she looks like, etc. But also Graziano is a brand new pro this time, and even though everyone fancies him because he's a hunk, it's still like, do people have that loyalty to him that will be like, oh, we want to save him, keep him in?
So they could be in trouble. And we mentioned earlier, I don't want to rule out Katie Piper either. And I would hate to see her go first, but
I was surprised by how much she struggled last week, and like she really did. So yeah, if she kind of like gets her confidence back this week and can wow people, then hopefully. But yeah, although I think lots of people, I think Katie Piper is such a kind of loved figure, isn't she? So she might get quite a big sympathy.
So inspiring, and just has done so much. And even like she said, and like Darcy said, and I think Shirley said to her, for her being on that dance floor and doing that first dance was an amazing achievement.
Yeah,
and I think
that meant so much anyway.
With that under her belt, she'll be able to pull it out of the bag this weekend.
Yeah, and
hopefully put herself in the safe spot. It's actually, do you know what? It's really hard to say who like deserves to go because they're all working really hard. It's been 1 week. This is week 2, obviously. And
so whoever goes, it's going to feel unfair and too soon, isn't it?
Yeah. And it could be another shock. We lost Chizzy quite early on last year, which nobody expected. There could be a shock elimination. But who do you think will leave Strictly Come Dancing first this year? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Radio Times on YouTube if you want to keep up with all the latest Strictly gossip. You can also check it out over on radiotimes.com, where Ellie is keeping us up to date every day of the week with all the goings on in Strictly Come Dancing. Until our next Strictly chat, thank you so much for watching. I've been Sarah Doran.
I've been Ellie Harrison.
And goodbye.
Bye.